Good morning, DIY Dad here again. We're in it again, up to our neck. The forward is the exhaust manifold's actually cracked in half, and it's the loudest thing in the history of the world. I did lots of work on it yesterday, and I'm a bit deaf. So this is what's happened. This should not be like this, I might add. There we go. So that's cast iron. You can see it's split in half there. So the turbo bolts on here, and the exhaust from the engine comes out through the exhaust manifold into the turbo. So, and why is it cracked? It's cast iron, it's quite fragile, they do crack occasionally. This one's actually split in half. I wonder if it was driven straight from cold when it was minus temperatures potentially. That may have cracked it, don't know. So, but anyway, it's cracked. So this is the new one here. This is what it should look like in one piece. This is a one-piece exhaust manifold as it should be. So there we go. So that's what we're on with today. We'll go up here and I'll show you. Ooh, just gonna fall off. What where we're at. Where are we? So here we go. Right. So here we go. The exhaust manifold would normally sit here. So when the engine is running, the exhaust comes out of these ports into the exhaust manifold and it goes into the turbo. Now turbos are quite interesting, they're actually really simple. The exhaust pushes like a windmill or a turbine in here. Pushes it round really fast. So there's like a snail inside here, and the exhaust gets forced around in a circle, spins the turbine, then exits through the exhaust out here and up the stack, up there. So that's all it's doing. The exhaust is literally pushing a turbine in here around really fast. And that in turn, there's a shaft through the middle of here. And in turn, that spins, there's an impeller here, which I'm spinning with my fingers just there. And that pulls air in. So that's attached to the air filter. And the spinning of that turbine draws air in this side. And the more air you've got, you add a bit more fuel, the more air you've got, bigger the bang, the more power you've got. So when you can feel when the turbo kicks in, and all the turbo is doing is forcing air into the engine to make a bigger bang to give you more power effectively. And they work fantastically well. They're really good. To keep them running, you need an oil feed. So there's a pipe I've taken off that runs around the bottom. So the oil feed from the engine block goes into here and it exits down through here back into the sump, and that keeps the bearings in the turbo lubricated. So it's lubricated by engine oil. It floats in a little, it's like white metal bearings with the shaft sort of floating in them. So the oil pressure helps to keep that all good. So yeah, that's what we're on with today. I'm just waiting for somebody to turn up with the new studs, because we're putting new studs in as well. What else has been happening? Oh yes, the mouse. I've had a mouse in my caravan. So it's been waking me up. It's been sort of scratching around, and it tried to chew a hole through the bin last week, and it woke me up. So I always feel guilty about trapping mice, but I brought a mouse trap down with me, and I caught it Monday night. It was 12 o'clock, went snap, and then it was horrible. I don't like it, so I ended up putting, they don't die immediately, so I put it outside. And I didn't really feel like I wanted to sort of finish it off properly, but it was pretty much dead in the trap, so so that's good. So there's no more. Hopefully the mouse is gone, and that's the end of it, and I don't have to catch any more. But we did find we had two caravans there, and it seemed to be sort of like going into each caravan and trying to see which one it preferred. So, but mine's the only one there at the moment, so it's preferred that one. So there you go. So that's the mouse. So yeah, I was knackered last Friday because of the mouse. So, but like I said, I don't really like killing things, but it is what it is. Some people use poison to trap mice, but I don't like doing that because if they do die, they die where you don't want them to, like over your ceiling in your insulation of your roof and under the floorboards, and they rot and they really smell. It's much better to just actually catch them with a fairly humane trap that kills them instantly. So that's better. And you know where they are. You don't have to go fishing around trying to find the dead body of it by the smell. So anyway, the mouse is sorted. So hopefully that I'll get a bit more sleep. So there we are. So we'll get this new manifold put on, and then we'll get going again. So yeah, so that's a little bit of video on how a turbo works. Now turbos are the same on petrols and diesels, and they're fitted to every single modern car, apart from obviously electric cars. So they can make a small engine make a lot of power, and then really expensive cars have like twin turbos, or some have quad turbos. The more air you force into your engine, the more power you're going to get when you add more fuel. So there we go. How a turbo works. Right, I'm going to get on, and we'll speak again.